Thank you for tuning in. I'm Supath.
And my name's Ang.
And this is our podcast, Sour Candy.
So today we're gonna welcome singer, songwriter, and also the CEO of Metanoia Records, Zac Rai.
Hey. Thank you guys for having me.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm good, man. A little bit tired, but that's life,
Did you? You stood. I know you took a nap.
Hey man, they don't need to know this. I'm awake and fresh, man. This Red Bull is keeping me going.
Yeah, for sure.
Not sponsored.
How's your journey here, man?
Oh my god, man, it's crazy because the London traffic is mad. It's for real. Yeah, we almost took it took us 2 hours to get here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these guys had fun, Jay and Jemima. They had fun, just chilling at the car.
Yeah, Ronjo was just telling us he was just sleeping on the back.
He was having the time of his life, man.
No wonder he was fresh.
Oh, yeah, exactly, man.
He was hella fresh for the video.
Damn, man. But anyway, man, thank you guys for having me, man. How do you guys feel about the podcast?
We're so excited. I'm excited. I remember when we came up with the idea, I literally couldn't sleep. Honestly, all I could think about was how can I make it better, or so many ideas were popping in my head.
Yeah.
And I was just texting him and it was 2 a.m.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Danny was like, "Damn, man, who's this girl?" Keep texting me. Oh, it's super. Oh yeah, boy.
Now, but the thing is, me and Super kind of we spoke about we want to do YouTube for a very long time. We wanted to, since we were 16 or 17 and stuff like that. We were always saying, "Oh, we want to do skits and stuff like that." Kind of how K.Y.D Vision kind of made skits, right? We were just "Oh, we want to make videos and stuff like that." But obviously, because of the fact that we have school, we have college, you have uni and stuff like that, you never actually get on to doing it.
Yeah.
And this is for everyone that's actually watching it. If you want to do something, you just have to go for it, because it's just you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow," but then tomorrow is gonna be next year,
just
next
this
month.
podcast.
Exactly.
We're actually planning to film this the first ones, the first couple of episodes in December.
Yeah,
but obviously you had to go on tour and.
I was
because you gave us a date. It was what was it, December 20th? And I was like, man, we can't wait until January, so we might as well do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe this
might be the signal, you know what I mean? This might have been the push that you guys actually needed. But
the vision, the vision.
I really admire that, Anthony, that you guys went forward and did it, and because a lot of people talk the talk, but hardly there are people they don't walk the walk. You know what I mean? And there's today is today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's with most of the things, man. If you want to do something, you just have to go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe a lot of people kind of just say, "Oh, we're gonna do tomorrow," as I said before, and they never get onto doing it.
Yeah.
But you just have to go for it, because tomorrow is gonna be next day, next month.
Definitely, man. I definitely agree with that, because that's one of the things that I've actually come across a lot of the time, because I've been in this field now for quite a decent long time for me. That's what I think. And I've come across people who wants to do stuff, and they keep telling me all these ideas and stuff like that. And every time I just keep on giving the same advice, bro, man, if you want to do it, just do it. Just do it. Sure. You know what I mean? What are you waiting for? You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel that's the difference between someone who actually gets somewhere and someone who actually doesn't get somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the fact about just do it. This is a very simple thing where kind of in order to get somewhere in life, you have to take the first step.
Yeah,
and everyone's "Oh yeah."
They think the bigger they think of getting successful overnight. It you know what I mean? It's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And there's gonna be a lot of knockdowns, and there's gonna be a lot of failures. And what people don't realize is that they're not ready to accept it. Yeah.
I mean, it's a process.
It's a process.
Exactly. You know? I mean, I remember seeing your first K.Y.D Vision video. That was.
Yeah. That's the.
I think the first one I saw was with Sora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that are probably watching this now, they probably don't have a clue about K.Y.D Vision, because it's been such a long time. But like the OG fans are like which was like 4 or 5 years ago, like that's when K.Y.D vision was really going about, like. But like right now, like it's been so long, man. Like
I mean, for me, K.Y.D vision was kind of like the Wong Fu production. I remember you said something like, you know, being inspired by.
No, definitely, man. For sure. Yeah, because
like,
I would still like to work with them in the future, like.
For sure.
I would still like to meet with them, like, because they were like one of, like, I think, like they were like a big part of me growing up, because like. Yeah, they were like huge inspiration for like.
I do think that they've paved a way for like creators, Aru, like just like yourself, Aru.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
In terms of like Asian community, I feel like they made like a massive movement.
Yeah, because with Wong Fu production was like they solely focused on bringing the Asian culture out there, you know, like letting the people know, like, oh, like, you know, Asians can do it too, like in the Hollywood, like, especially scene, because they only have like our non-Asian casting a lot in roles. But what Wong Fu, bro, Wong Fu, bro, was like Asian people can do it too, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And they're still trying. Like, I give props to them, like, you know.
Nah, man, when I was growing up, I used to watch like a lot of Wong Fu production videos and stuff like that, and Timothy De La Ghetto was like one of the biggest inspirations for me.
He's the reason I actually started vlogging as well, like Timothy. Yeah, I met him a couple of times, like, and the second time I met him was like, oh, bro, man, like I met you before, and he was like, oh yeah, man, I remember you, but I know for sure he didn't remember me. Man. Like, Timothy, if you're watching this right now, hello.
Because I remember watching one of his videos. I don't know if you know about the new kind of like series he's doing, Send Foods. I remember like one guy just comes up, hey man, like, yeah, Tim, man, like, you know, you should have told me that you were coming, like, he's like, yeah, for sure. And then after they leave, Timothy's like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
I think in those situations it's easier to just be like, oh yeah, hi, hello,
like,
and then
you don't want to be
say,
rude.
oh, I don't,
you know what I mean? Like, I get it in some sense, sure. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's fair enough, like, you know what I mean?
Have you ever had like those moments where you just like meet someone and just like, hey, what's up, man? Zac, bro, like, I've seen you for it's been such a long time.
Yeah,
you know, and then you're just like, who the hell was that?
I don't think you want to reveal it just in case it's
no, I mean, no, I'm okay to say, like, I don't feel like I don't want to sound like bad or rude, but like, it's just, you know, like, you just like doing what I do, like, you just meet a lot of people, and like they all want to like have a conversation with you, like, and they all want to like talk about some stuff, and like, it's just I think I'm really bad with faces.
Yeah, for real.
Like, that's me, you know what I mean? Like, and like I have had that moments where like people have come up to me and like, you know, that, and I think we've met before, so I don't even ask their names anymore. I just say, oh, like, yeah, what's good, bro? Like, it's been a while we haven't met.
Yeah.
But I have no idea who they are. Like,
nah, I mean, I'm not famous like you, but I have those moments all the time as well. So like, I understand what you mean.
But that's the thing. I don't know why
his parents.
Thanks, Sonu.
But that's the thing that I don't consider myself famous or anything. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like people just know.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why. Like, I still don't feel like I'm famous or anything like that. But like, yeah, those moments do happen like a lot.
So, I mean, yeah.
Would you say you enjoy being known, or like having some sort of maybe the level of fame that you're having now? Do you enjoy that kind of?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, there are perks with it. You know what I mean? Like, you do like get treated a certain way for being who you are. Like, and like. And there are moments where I don't enjoy it, when I just want to go out and have like, you know, fun with friends. Like, you know, I just want to chill and like, I just want to dance, you know, and then, but there are just people always like taking videos, and it's just so up in your space, you know, and like those times are like when I really like, I can't deal with it. Like, I do have those moments, you know, because it just gets a lot. It gets a lot at times. And, but on the plus side, like, yeah, the way people treat you is completely different. Like,
so over years, do you think you've been better at managing those kind of situations?
I think at the beginning, like I actually quite liked it, like beginning, you know what I mean? Like I was like, cause it was all new to me, like, and I liked the way, like, you know, I was getting noticed, and like, you know, like my work was getting noticed by people, you know, and they really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed that talk, like, you know, those talks with people when like they came up to me. But at like now, like, not that I don't want to sound like get it
Arrogant
or not, like I don't want to sound not like I don't appreciate it or anything like that, Anthony. But because over the time, what I've realized is like things are like getting repetitive. Yeah, you know, like every time I meet a new person, like it's just like my response to them just feels a bit generic and like repetitive, you know. And like
I think that's just human nature. Like you're not gonna have like you're not gonna have different responses to every single fan, and that's just impossible. And if you do it, that means you're faking it.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's why I don't like, you know, like feel shy or uncomfortable saying this right now. Yeah, because I don't like, you know, I don't want to be fake to people. I don't want to lie about how I feel. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll have good days, sometimes I'll have bad days. You know. Yeah. But having said that, I do love meeting people that appreciate my work, Anthony, because like we take a long time to create them, you know, and like for someone to come and say like they really appreciate my work, they enjoy it, it still feels good.
I think that's probably one of the best part about
definitely that's the most rewarding part, Anthony, when someone comes up to you like, oh bro, man, I really enjoyed like, Anthony, your song, like the lyrics are good, the beats are good, like, cause man, like, you know, we put like our time in that, you know, like creating that project and that art, Anthony. But yeah, man, like it is what it is.
I remember watching one of your videos, and you said that Like You Do is like your favorite video that you made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What makes it kind of like different compared to like every other video that you made?
It feels real, like, you know, like, cause it was like, cause all my songs are like just it's based on real life, you know, like, or like moments where I portrayed in the video, you know, and like it just feels real. Like that's why it's like one of my best music videos, I think. Like,
one of the things that I also like asked Jay was like, do you have like kind of like a pressure where you have to kind of like uphold a certain type of character? Because like obviously,
definitely, like definitely. Because every time you go about like Anthony Etike, like out on the street, like I just can't be walking around like. I don't know why. I don't know if it sounds bad, but like I just always have to. It's the mindset I am right now, because it is still new to me, and I just feel like there are always people watching, and like you just feel self-conscious at some point, you know, and like you just always have to be like aware of the things you do, and like at times it does get frustrating, like.
I mean, a lot of people see you as a role model now. Yeah. Like a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's true, but you know.
I mean, I'm sure like a lot of people actually like, you know, getting into the music industry. Like, you know, a lot of people that want to get into the music industry kind of look at you and they're like, I kind of want to like be like that. Like, you know, kind of want to be open, kind of want to be like that, this, that. Like, how would you feel about it? Like, do you have like anything that you want to say to them? Like, you know, what can go wrong in terms of that aspect? Or
I think like inspiration wise, there are always people that inspire you, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, like in order for you to really stand out, you gotta be yourself, you know. I tell this to everyone that I meet, like Anthony, every like aspiring artist that come up to me and say like, oh bro, like, you know, how do you do it? Like, you know, how do I become like you? I'm like, bro, just be yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way you will ever make it, if you be yourself. Because there'll be a lot of people coming in and out of your life, and that's gonna affect you. But at the end of the day, you got to be yourself. That's the only way forward. You got to like keep reminding yourself who you are, like Anthony, where you came from.
Yeah, I mean, just the other day as well, like my friend, like I haven't met for like a couple of years. He just came up to me and like, you know, we were just speaking, and he was just like, you know, one thing that I do like about you is the fact that, you know, I haven't seen you for like a year or two or something, and you're still the same person. Yeah. Like, you know, and I do really also kind of like I said to Jay as well, and I do admire about you is the fact that, like, you know, the first time that I met you, like right now is the same thing.
How long was that ago?
That was time ago, man.
Yeah, man.
That's probably about like...
You guys were like wild, man.
I remember the first time
You guys were like...
What's going on
wild
there?
as in like, you know, smart and like intelligent.
That's a new whole genre of wild.
Exactly, you know, wild in that sense.
Like I've never...
I was like, damn, man, this guy is smart.
He's wild.
You know what I mean? That's some wild stuff right there.
No, I think for me, the first time that I actually saw you was... or I heard about you was the fact that, you know, shout out to Santos, Sushi's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, we're like really close mates. Yeah. And he actually showed me the video of you doing like K.Y.D vision and stuff like that. And he spoke to me about it. And I was like, that's a really dope idea. Like, you know, kind of like K.Y.D vision. Like I used to watch Wongfu Productions back in the day. Yeah. And like, for me, it was kind of like in terms of like Nepalese culture, like you don't have any people who kind of make videos like that, and kind of like, you know, someone who's actually, you know, has like a fresh content and like, you know, fresh idea of like trying to not replicate, but kind of like trying to get like new ideas and trying to experiment and stuff like that. For me, that was like a really dope idea. And I watched the video and like, it was dope, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I mean, that was...
It's the same thing you were talking about, how people would appreciate like...
That's that, and you know, like, it's sometimes... Because you're always doing it, like, and then you forget, like, what you do means so much to a certain person, or like, or you inspired someone so much, like, it sometimes just feels surreal, like, and like, because it feels like day to day for us, you know, and like Jay, like, you know, like meeting, like hanging out with Jay and Eisen just feels, it's just normal for us, right? But like to some people, like they just, you know, it's crazy for them. Like,
I think like people who are like genuine influencers, their goal is probably, if they could influence just like one exana pani, like if it could change their life, not just like ekdam dramatically change their life, even just give them alikati hope, otherwise त्यस्तो खालको, then they would, I think that's success basically. And anything else after that is a bonus. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I look at it as well. Like, even if you can just like, you know, inspire one person. Yeah,
like even with this podcast, I know we just like literally, this is like we're in the early days. Yeah, and this might be a long shot. That if this inspires or motivates anyone to just think and then just do it, then
no, they will, bro, man. It only gets bigger and bigger from here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because like for us, it's kind of like been a dream where we've always wanted to do kind of like YouTube and stuff like that. We've always kind of wanted to grow in terms of this kind of like social media, right? So
here you guys are, man.
Exactly. Like, you know, since we were 16, 17, we were always kind of like saying, oh, we want to do this, we want to do that, but we never actually just, you know, just being, we're like, okay, you know what, let's just do it. Yeah. Like right now, we just did it, and it's kind of like,
no,
you know,
like no bullshit, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Straight
a lot of people just kind of like say, oh, I want to do it, and it just like time passes nothing by happens. And it's just like nothing happens. And we want to kind of like, you know, as a podcast and also like people, we just want to inspire other people to just be like, okay, you know what, you have like a dream, just go for it. And I'm pretty sure that's how you started, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, like when we did start like this whole movement, I think like Suruma, it was just like, you know, I mean, everything starts as a hobby, right? Like everything starts as like, you know, it's fun doing this right now, but is it really like going to be like your long term and everything? Like, I think it definitely started out like Gonzani, but like, it was just crazy for us, Kiniki. Like we were just like Gonzani out, like this is one night we were just like chilling out, like me and Jay, and then Jay was just talking about like, bro, if like this was like real talks, I know, like me and Jay, we were like on serious, like we were just chilling, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. We were like in McDonald's 24 hours.
So every serious conversation happens at like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
like even now it's what is it? I think it's 1 a.m.
Yeah,
I know. Like people would think you would film podcasts like at normal time.
It probably feels like morning to them.
This is actually 1 a.m.
bro.
Serious talk.
The struggle, the hustle is real, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was saying like, me and like literally me and Jay sat down and we were like, Jay was telling me like, bro, if you know, this was like 3 years ago, I think. Like if I don't make in 2 years, like I don't think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna stop doing this. And that's when it hit me, guy. I was like, yo, like I can't ever not imagine doing this. Like, you know, like if I stop right now, like I can't imagine what's gonna happen after again. And I think from then on, like from that moment on, we took everything seriously. It was just like, it's always for me, like that moment is always in my head for the rest of my life, I think.
I mean, it's the fact that, just like we said, it's about just doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for every time, like, if that day didn't happen for you, like, you know, where you were just like, oh, we want to actually do it and then just move.
Yeah, because, like, you know, there was a lot of, like, it's just naturally there's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Like, especially being in the Asian culture, like, especially in the Nepalese family, it's like what we do is like not socially acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of pressure already.
But I do think times are changing.
Times are changing because of, you know, people like you guys, like putting things like this out there, like experiences are out there so people can learn and like, you know, and move forward.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like.
Like for Nepalese families, it's just more to do with the fact that doctor you have to be like an engineer or like a businessman or something.
I honestly think पहिला त्यस्तो थियो, but nowadays they don't. Like nowadays, because of like media and because of the way people
media has changed a lot.
Yeah, media has changed a lot. The पहिला, it's not the same. Times, like I said, times are changing. I don't think like. I think this could still exist. Like
it definitely does, man. Like there are people out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, 100. Like there are people out there who don't even know internet exists. Yeah. Like, look, okay, off topic. That either way, times are changing. Eventually, I think the mindset will change. Yeah. Whether that would be because of like media or they see someone else doing it. Like the thing is, if they see someone else, like for example, like a singer, or especially if they know them personally, and if they see them doing well, then they're like,
if they can do it, then
this works. Like, you know, this like B isn't the only way. Like A is good, just as good.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's for every culture, kind of like, you know, when you're at the starting point, like everyone's just gonna like be like, it's probably not gonna work. When it costs like, you know, if this doesn't go right, but you kind of have to think about like, you know, what if it does go right? Like, you know, what if it does become the next big thing? Kind of like, you know, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk, when he thought about like, you know, expanding and stuff like that, everyone's just like, you know, that's crazy.
The thing is, people still do call him crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was listening to this podcast, and he basically can do whatever he wants. Yeah. Regardless of what people say. And like he was he wanted to dig a tunnel in LA and he just did it. Like obviously people would think he's like ludicrous, but like he just did it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people, like, you know, at first when you actually start, they're just like but then when you actually do it,
See, that's the thing, like there's a saying, like, you know, the most brilliant mind are branded crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like hashtag,
yeah, for sure.
Hashtag. Yeah. Okay, so
I mean, what's one of the useless fact that you know, that only you know, but everyone else doesn't know?
Useless fact.
Wait, that wouldn't be a fact though. Like, fact would be universal thing.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, so a useless information that you know, but it doesn't help anyone. Just like something that you know.
Oh damn, man. I'm sure I do know something about that.
I mean, for me, like, this is really weird, but I read this, but like back in the day, like Egyptians, when people used to die and stuff like that, right? They used to think that heart was the main function of the body. Like, it's kind of like what does, like, you know, the function of the brain and stuff like that. Yeah. So what they used to do was like they used to stick like a hook in the nose, take the brain out, and then mummify the dead bodies.
When was this? Like,
this was back in the days, like, you know, ancient Egypt.
Yeah, like mummies were like way back then. Like,
I don't know how relevant this is, but it's kind of just like a useless fact that I know.
But like no one knows that's a fact though. Like, it
it's even a fact though. That's the thing in the last one. Damn it! Cut. Like, editor. Actually, I don't know any facts, man.
I think I've got two.
You got two, go on then.
I don't know if it's useless that someone might listen and I don't know, do something.
Go on then. Whoa.
First one is toddlers. Toddlers, their adult teeth is located just below their eye, so around here. So if you see an image of the toddler's skull, you can literally see the adult teeth over here.
Oh,
like
for
yeah.
real?
I can vouch for it being useless.
Yes.
Ah,
And the second one is
it's quite interesting.
yeah, right. Like you should,
Useless but interesting fact.
Interesting facts.
Yeah.
Second one is whales in like oceans.
Yeah.
So when they get old, they don't have energy to swim.
Yeah.
So once that happens, they just sink because they no longer have the energy to swim.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So that's how
That's
they die.
really sad.
Yeah, that's like rest
From
in peace.
useless facts to sad
facts. Those are interesting facts. Now sad facts. Oh damn, man. Now what I heard, like speaking about babies, like when they're like the grip, they can like if you hang the baby like like with the rope,
Whoa.
like they can literally they can.
Whoa.
They can, like,
Is this a fact or is it confession?
I heard it somewhere. I don't know if it's a fact though, but like apparently their grip is like really strong, and if you, like they can hang from like line, if they grab on it.
Oh,
Like
I think that might be
like
true. You know,
newborn
the
babies.
animals, or when you see like maybe kangaroos or like small pandas or like the way they hold on to their mothers.
Yeah.
Like so, I think what you
I mean,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, speaking about animals, like, you know, if you were an animal, like, what would you be? Fun facts with Zac.
Fun fact. I would like. I don't know. Like I feel like I would want to be a cheetah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've always had this like like, obsession with like speed. You know what I mean? Like so like
That's cool, man. I'd be a lion, 100%.
yeah.
I mean, I'd just be a bird, but apparently that's not an animal according to Jay.
Yeah. What did you say? What did you say?
Jay legit said,
but
but bird is not an animal, right?
what kind of bird though? You can't just say bird.
Like a falcon or something.
Jeez.
Hey, you have to be the alpha or something. Right?
Falcon. What kind of animal? I want to be a falcon. Jeez.
Okay, like an eagle or something. Like, just like on top, just like overseeing everything and just
you guys
gliding.
should watch this.
Birds, man.
Like Modern Dad, it's like this show on Netflix called Our Planet.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's,
yeah.
it is
I mean,
so
my mom
cool.
loves that show.
Yeah.
Like so.
Something
like,
about that documentary is just like satisfying.
It's
like,
odd, isn't it? It's like there's a
So interesting,
storyline, as if the animals are actors gay.
Yo, imagine like filming that must be like crazy.
I was like, how?
Because it's so specific and like so on point, like slow motion. Everything,
yeah.
You know?
Like I think they must know like they're good at predicting what animals do at what time, so they just put the camera.
They must It must have taken time though, like waiting for that
definitely
moment.
does,
Because in camera, it just looks like. What a perfect timing.
It's so
But
satisfying to watch, right? Like, and you learn so much as well.
definitely, man. Like, it is quite interesting. Like, you have our planet, like, the ocean or something like that.
I mean, I have like a thing with oceans, man. I have like an obsession with oceans.
Oh man, I think that's my biggest phobia.
Fun fact.
Exactly. For me, that's like a biggest phobia as well. But the thing is, it's interesting. Do you know the fact that like like scientists and stuff like that, like everyone has only explored about 5% of the ocean.
Man, that was my fun fact, man. Yeah, I literally said fun fact.
My bad.
Jeez,
Say it again.
Let's rewind this. Like,
Okay, we haven't heard this. Say it.
but that is true. Like,
But that's crazy.
Yo,
That
man, like,
crazy. What was it? 5%.
Yeah, 5%.
We've only discovered 5%.
We've only discovered 5%.
I mean, I don't know how true that statistic is, but like, I know there's a crazy amount of like percentage that we haven't discovered yet.
Yeah, I mean, if it was somewhere like I don't know if I read it or watched it, but apparently if we kind of like spend the amount of money that we spend in terms of like exploring other spaces like outside like Mars or like different world or something. If we spend the same amount like just researching about like our planet, our planet, then we'd be like miles ahead or something in terms of like that.
Quick question. Let's say you had all the resources, like no place up all the money.
Yeah.
Would you, and you had a choice, would you rather explore ocean, like 100% of the ocean, or galaxies?
I would say galaxy, man.
You say galaxies?
Yeah, because I feel like, like, I've been in the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not too keen on going too far down.
The only person in the world that has explored 95% of the ocean.
Like,
Zac Rai.
But you know what I mean? Like, I've seen what the ocean looks like. You know what I mean? But like space and galaxy, like I'll never get to experience that. You know what I mean? So like, if that's an opportunity I can get, then I'm gonna take that.
I think
space.
like I watch so many documentaries.
Do you guys believe in aliens?
No.
Oh, I do.
What?
I do for sure.
I
mean, that's like
really. Why not?
Like, what define alien? Is it like
anything that
Extra
doesn't belong
terrestrial
to
or
this
something?
planet? Anything outside that doesn't belong.
So that has consciousness, one, no?
Yeah. Okay. Let's say that for this matter. Because I mean, like even bacteria, anything like anything like outside this earth, like it's still considered like.
I mean, do you really think like there's like the world is so big, like you really don't think that there's something out there that has like consciousness,
I definitely believe in aliens.
I mean, I believe in it. I definitely believe in it for sure.
Okay, so what do you think they look like?
I believe in aliens more than ghosts.
They look like us.
I don't know, right? But I do believe that there are. Like they do exist.
I mean, there is definitely a possibility.
Jadu. No, but think about it, right? Like, because universe is so big, it's so massive, and like our solar system, like is like so tiny, and it's like like our galaxy compared to like we're like literally at the edge of our galaxy.
Shout out to
Milky Way, literally our galaxy, and there's like so many other galaxies, like thousands of galaxies out there. You know what I mean? And you're telling me like this is the only place where like life like exists.
There's definitely somewhere out there that's
okay. With that logic, what do you think? Because universe is so big. I don't think you realize how big universe is.
I think there could be some sort of life out there.
Yeah.
I think not necessarily humans, like even the forms of like plants or something.
Yeah.
Sort of like some creatures that are.
But when we say aliens, you imagine like all those
big-headed, like triangular heads.
I mean,
triangular.
Hey, like I don't want to like rule it out, but like it could exist. That's the thing. Like, there's no way of proving it at the moment.
They might be listening to us.
They're just watching the podcast.
I'm with you. Yeah. Don't take me like
what's
they're watching us and they're listening to us expose all the information.
No, but space, like I find it really interesting. Like if there was any like topic I could go into, like I would go into astronomy and all that. Like I definitely find it interesting.
I love reading theories of what people think.
Yeah.
Like not stupid ones like flat Earth.
Yeah. Nah, I don't believe that.
That's just I think is stupid. That
I mean, like fair enough. Like if you guys believe it,
like they argue flat Earthers argue ki, so from a distance, if you see Olitana border, you see because it's a straight line.
Yeah,
and that's why they think Earth is flat. Number one, number two, say if the Earth is round, why don't the water from the oceans fall down? Something just think logic that
it's gravity, guys.
There's a video on YouTube actually by.
I've actually never heard a debate from people like flat earthers. I think that's what they call. Like I've never heard like a debate, proper one. So I actually don't know why they believe it, but I know I don't believe it.
Yeah. Okay. That's enough conspiracy theories.
Hey.
We're gonna go to a quick game.
All right, let's do it, bro.
That we have called it this or that.
Woo.
Okay. The first question is by my co-host Ang.
Okay,
give it
so
to me,
obviously.
whoa. The questions. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, questions.
Okay,
give it to me. Okay, so obviously you are a big musician right now.
Yeah.
So we want to ask you, Biggie or Tupac?
For me, Tupac, because I'm not too familiar with Biggie's music. Yeah.
For me, it's literally the opposite. I think.
Yeah. Biggie. I mean, I've listened to more Tupac's music than Biggie's. So yeah.
For me, it'd be 100% Biggie.
I mean, in terms of like the meaning, I feel like Tupac has like more kind of like a deeper meaning in terms of like lyrics and stuff.
I think sound wise, like it was like Biggie
definitely
had more.
Biggie,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Next one would be UK or Nepal.
For what?
Touring, just like the people in general. Like,
I mean, touring wise, like obviously Nepal, because like the reception we get there is a lot more crazier than we do in UK, because like we people see us every now and then, like, so it's not that big of a surprise.
Yeah, last time I spoke to you, you said, like, what was it, 5 years ago in Nepal, there's only like one nightclub, and like, people used to party till like 6 a.m. Yeah,
no, it was like 2 a.m, bro.
2
like,
a.m.
it was like there was like one club in Tamil, and like everyone was just like big, and it was just mad packed, and like it was tiny space as well, like, but now it's just like crazy. There's like too many to choose at the clubs.
It must be crazy, right?
Yeah,
like,
man. Tamil is like a party destination now, man. Like tourists are so excited. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, because I haven't been to Nepal for 9 years. Only like people have like said,
get ready for like some changes, man.
Drastic changes.
I'm so looking forward.
When are you planning to go?
Probably next year.
Get ready, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's been a really good podcast. Thank you very much for coming down.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything you want to say to your fans, or like just the mic's yours?
Well, I feel like I've said everything I wanted to say, and I probably would say a lot of things in the future. But thank you guys. I love you guys.
I mean, thank you very much for staying true to yourself.
Thank you guys. Guys, like, stay tuned for more episodes from these guys. Like, like they're like my brothers, and like, finally get a chance to do this, and like I'm really excited for your future endeavors, man.
Thank you so much for being here. Zac. So that was Zac. And for those of you watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment. This is
right there.
Just down below.
Wait, is it on the left or right?
Right.
Just on the right. Just on the right.
Actually, I don't even know. Like, it keeps changing. So.
Yeah, this is it for now. We're Sour Candy. Peace.